Welcome to You Will Bear Witness, where we advocate for PTSD sufferers and child abuse survivors. The information we give is for general use only. If symptoms persist, please seek the help of a professional. When a person experiences an unhelpful emotion, for example depression or anxiety, it is usually preceded by a number of unhelpful self-statements and thoughts. Often there is a pattern to such thoughts, and we call these unhelpful thinking styles. One of the things we've noticed is that people use unhelpful thinking styles as an automatic habit. It is something that happens outside of our awareness. However, when a person consistently and constantly uses some of these thinking styles, they can often cause themselves a great deal of emotional distress. Mental filter. This thinking style involves a filtering in and filtering out process, a sort of tunnel vision, focusing on only one part of a situation and ignoring the rest. Usually this means looking at the negative parts of a situation and forgetting the positive parts, and the whole picture is coloured by what may be a single negative detail. Jumping to conclusions. We jump to conclusions when we assume that we know what someone else is thinking, mind reading, and when we make predictions about what is going to happen in the future, predictive thinking. Personalization. This involves blaming yourself for everything that goes wrong or could go wrong, even when you may only be partly responsible or not responsible at all. You might be taking 100% responsibility for the occurrence of external events. Catastrophizing. Catastrophizing occurs when we blow things out of proportion and we view the situation as terrible, awful, dreadful, and horrible, even though the reality is that the problem itself is quite small. Black and white thinking. This thinking style involves seeing only one extreme or the other. You're either wrong or right, good or bad, and so on. There are no in-betweens or shades of grey. Shoulding or musting. Sometimes by saying I should or I must, you can put unreasonable demands on yourself and others. Although these statements are not always unhelpful, for example, I should not get drunk and drive home, they can sometimes create unrealistic expectations. Overgeneralization. When we overgeneralize, we take one instance in the past or present and impose it on all current and future situations. If we say, you always, or everyone, or I never, then we probably overgeneralize. Labeling. We label ourselves and others when we make global statements based on behavior in specific situations. We might use this label even though there are many more examples that aren't consistent with that label. Emotional reasoning. This thinking style involves basing your view of situations or yourself on the way you are feeling. For example, the only evidence that something bad is going to happen is that you feel like something bad is going to happen. Magnification and minimization. In this thinking style, you magnify the positive attributes of other people and minimize your own positive attributes. It's as though you're explaining away your own positive characteristics. It's helpful to understand if you have an unhelpful thinking style, so you can develop strategies for dealing with it.